Everybody, this is Winter Phoenix. Welcome back to episode 2 of my first season in Java Edition, and today we're going to be talking about food, and this is just how I play Minecraft, and trying to give you guys some new tips and tricks. So without further ado, let's get into the nitty-gritty details of food. So I'm just going to kind of look around the village a little bit, and I will explain food as we walk. There's some hay bales over here. Hay bales can be reduced back into hay, and I'll teach you about reduced back into wheat. And I will teach you how to turn wheat into hay bales, how to turn hay bales into wheat, and all of that other stuff. Wheat can be turned into bread. We'll go into that detail later. So some of the foods that you can find in Minecraft include 2 types of berries. You have glowberries, which are found in lush caves and are hard to find. And I'm going to collect some of these flowers because I'm going to teach you about dye a little bit today too, and we'll do another episode kind of going into more detail. And I'm also going to be kind of collecting wood while we also find other things that we need for the game. But yeah, so glowberries are found in lush caves and they are hard to find. Then there's sweet berries. They are found in taiga biomes. There's not one near us. We're in a plains biome right now. Sweet berries, when you step on them, they can hurt you. There is cooked foods in Minecraft, which include fish, chicken, mutton from sheep, beef, which turns into steak from cows, rabbit, and pork chops. Pork chops are from pigs. Here's some cocoa beans. I'll kind of go into more of the cocoa beans here in a minute. There are soups and stews, and yeah, I'm showing you that cookie. I'll go into detail with the cookie later. Soups and stews, there's different ones. So you can make bowls out of 3 planks in your crafting table. There is mushroom stew, which you can make with 1 red mushroom and 1 brown mushroom. Rabbit stew is very complicated. I would not use it as a starter food. That includes 1 rabbit, 1 carrot, 1 bowl, 1 brown mushroom, and a baked potato. There's suspicious stew, and I would also not recommend that as a starting food. But yeah, I would not suggest making the suspicious stew unless you spawn in a mega taiga forest, because that's where you'll find a lot of mushrooms and that kind of stuff, because this recipe is kind of complicated for a starter. It includes 1 bowl, 1 brown mushroom, 1 flower, and 1 red mushroom. And just a minute ago, you should have seen me punching the grass and little green seeds popping up. Those seeds grow wheat, and I'll show you how to grow those here in a minute. Items that you can bake include baked potatoes. You just put those in a furnace. And oh my goodness, is that iron? It's iron. Okay, so iron ore is really important in the game. It's like one of the best resources in the game. It makes decent tools, decent armor. It's like one of the first ores that you want to find. I talked a little bit about it in my starter episode yesterday. I'm going to cut this tree down out of my way. It's kind of like randomly in the middle of nowhere. There's one more thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. I've been kind of running around the village, kind of checking it out and seeing what we have. So this is an iron golem. We're going to do an iron golem farm later. Iron golems protect the villagers. So if you check out our villagers, they are very plain. They don't have hats, they don't have, they're just very plain villagers. There are no job blocks in this village, and I don't know why, and you'll have seen, oh, and this is lava, and I'm going to look away because there's a villager over there. Stay away from lava, you can fall in it and die, and I'm going to look away because there's a villager nearby and I don't want to watch him die. I'm going to run up here and get these pigs. Oh my goodness, we almost died. Alright, let's not jump off that cliff. Looks like this will be a good mining cave, so we'll check that out later. But yeah, that was terrifying. I'm glad we didn't fall off that. Anyway, the village didn't spawn with job blocks, and you'll have seen the job blocks popped up. I'm gonna kill this chicken so you can see that you get chicken meat from the chickens, and it's a good food source. And you just smelt that in the furnace. Any kind of meats you smelt in the furnace, the potatoes you can smelt in the furnace, and you get food items. But yes, so another starter food I would not suggest is cookies. Cookies are made out of 2 wheat and 1 cocoa bean. The only time I would suggest doing cookies is if you spawn in a jungle biome. And it looks like we found 2 sheep, so if we can find 1 more, we can make a bed today. And we have our last sheep, so awesome, amazing. We can make our first bed Fantastic. Alright. So, I'm going to quickly make up our bed. It is made out of 3 wood planks on the bottom. Like so. 1, 2, 3. And 3 wool on the top. And I'm going to go a little bit into detail on dye. So if you take, because I want a blue bed, so if you put the blue flower up there, you get blue dye. Put a red flower up there, you get red dye. If you put a yellow flower up there, you get yellow dye. If you put white up there, you get a light gray dye. And if you put cocoa beans up there, you'll get a brown dye. So that's a little bit about dye. We will go more into details about dye later. So I'm going to dye my bed blue. And so we've had a great start so far. And I'm just going to place down my crafting table. I'm going to make some shears since we still have some sheep around. And you can left click on a sheep with shears and you will get more wool. And I see watermelon down there. Watermelon is also an amazing food source. Some things that you can cook. Continued, I just left off at cookies. The next thing you can cook is cake, and I would not recommend that either as a starter food. It calls for 3 buckets of milk, 2 sugar, an egg, and 3 wheat, and those are harder things to try to cook. There's also cheesecake. It calls for pumpkin, sugar, and I think an egg, or maybe a wheat. Not sure on that. I'll have to look up that recipe. We found an apple earlier under our tree. I showed a big picture of it. Honey is also another resource if you have glass bottles. So if you get 3 pieces of glass and make some glass bottles. You can see the sheep ate some grass and grew more wool, so we're going to clip it again. But yeah, if you have 3 glass bottles, you take 3 glass panes, put them in your crafting table, you'll get some glass bottles, and you just left click the hive. However, you'll also want to make a fireplace underneath, and I'll teach you more about beehives later. Bees will sting you and die. Another thing you can cook is some beet soup. If you find some beets and you have a bowl, you can make beet soup. I'm going to craft a chest here. Our items are getting kind of full. We'll get more into storage here in the next couple episodes. I'm just trying to clear out some space. So I'm going to put all that up here. I'm also going to create a hoe here in a minute, and we're going to go plant our first seeds so you guys can see how that is done. But yeah, we're getting a ton of resources. We are off to a great start. I'm so glad you guys joined me. I'm having a lot of fun in this series. Hope you guys are too. Yeah, there's our little apple there. They fall down from trees when you cut them down. That is a good food source. So yeah. We'll learn about caving and smelting ores maybe next episode. I don't know. I want to get a starter house going. This is how you make a furnace. It's 9 cobblestone placed all in a row. Then you place your furnace down. I'm going to put it right here. And if you right click it, you can put a piece of coal in there. 1 piece of coal smelts 8 pieces of meat. I only have 5, so it's a little bit of a waste, but we're okay. Then you put the meat up here and it starts cooking. While that's cooking, I am going to make a hoe so we can go plant some seeds real quick. I want to show you guys how to do that before it gets too dark out. I feel like I waste a lot of time collecting more resources. The game just goes so quick. I don't even feel like I have enough time to talk to you guys and tell you about everything, and so I'm having to do all these extra episodes on top of it all. So a hoe is 2 sticks and 2 stone if you want to do a stone hoe. If not, it's 2 wooden planks for a wooden one. I wouldn't suggest a wooden one, they're crappy. Alright, so we got our hoe. We're gonna, the next thing you need to do is go find some water, so I'm just gonna jump down here. And you're gonna want to make sure that the ground is close to water. And I'll kind of do a better field later. We're running out of time. So we're gonna hoe up some ground here. Got some more seeds. So then you'll get on your seeds and left click to plant. You can see the sun's going down. We are running out of time. Alright, left click, plant your seeds. So we got an advancement, a CD place. And I think I'm going to call it an episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to jump up here and hop into bed so we don't die. Bye for right now. Grab our meat. Hope to see you all soon. Oh, one more thing. I'm going to put some torches down. It's just sticks and coal, so that way we don't have monsters spawning around us. Monsters like to spawn under trees and in the dark. But again, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you all soon. Please subscribe if you want to see more, and so you don't miss out on any future episodes. And see you all later.